What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on SOFI Stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we caught this movement to the downside, during which this asset lost about 12.66% of its value. And let me remind you that in my previous video, I've told you that from this point, we have to retest this upper range of resistance, which brought us about 20.66%. And on the video before my previous video, at this very point, I've told you that we have to see one more leg to the downside to complete the structure and to retest this lower border of this channel. So, 3 latest forecast out of 3 was successful. And this shows how powerful technical analysis is. Then I will show you some fundamental news why this asset dropped so harsh right after its quite significant movement to the upside. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. As I already mentioned, I made my previous video right here, right after we retested this range. And at this very point, I've told you that you have to get rid of your long position, because we completed the structure to the upside. We hit the range of resistance of this channel, and I have to say that this was the point, the most probable point of trend reversal, and it happened. It happened exactly as I predicted, and for now we are hovering at the ranges of about $7.35. And guys, it is quite interesting, but when I make these type of videos where I explain you how we achieve these results and how you have to do your own due diligence in order to be quite successful trader and in order to predict this type of movements. But for some reasons there are not so many reactions on these type of videos. That is why, guys, if you like this type of videos from the technical standpoint, and if you want to know more about it, just hit the like button. It is very important for YouTube algorithm and for me as well. And drop me a line in the comment section that you want to know more, and I will do my best in order to help you. So let's continue with the fundamental news. First of all, let me show you that, for example, this article that was published on Seeking Alpha is quite bullish. And I have to say that I completely agree with this article, but keep in mind that the majority of articles that you can find on different medias are the potential long-term catalysts for the stocks. And let me quote you this. SOFI, the breakout approaches in 2024. And the summary is following. SOFI achieves its 10th consecutive quarter of record revenue, driven by diversification and expansion beyond traditional lending. The company demonstrates strength in attracting and retaining a growing customer base, adding 717,000 new members in Q3. SOFI's financial services segment experiences significant product growth, contributing to overall revenue growth and lending capacity. From my technical view, SOFI approaches a breakout point early in 2024. And I have to say that we are about to see its net profitability in upcoming quarter, in basically Q4 of this year. And definitely this sign will be a huge catalyst for SOFI. But let me show you this. First of all, I want to pay your attention on the Wedbush forecast regarding this asset, and they set the price target at extremely low levels at $3. And I have to say that it is not the first time when this company set these low price targets, but in general you have to know all the price targets that we have on the table right now in order to make your own conclusion of the sentiment of the market. And let me show you that the analysts' consensus price target is still about 22.2% higher than the current range, and it is at the range of about $8.93. So, in the medium-term perspective, potentially we might hit this price target, but you also have to keep in mind the so-called smart money behavior. And to know this behavior, you have to take a look on the fintel.io, for example, website. And here you can see the list of institutional investors. And guys, keep in mind that this date is not the deal execution date. It is the filing date that is about 45 days after the real execution date. This means this data is in some kind of delay, and delay is more than 45 days. And if you take a look right here on the delta of shares in percentage, you can see that we have a lot of mixed filings for the last week, but previously we have a lot of companies who closed completely their position. And it is not the best sign for the company. But if you take a look right here, this is the institutional ownership of SOFI Technologies. And here you can see 3 months in a row that have an increasing number of institutional investors who hold their position in SOFI. And in general, for the entire year, these 3 months are the highest months of institutional ownership. Despite, as you can see, the black line shows the price of SOFI. Despite quite low price for SOFI, the number of institutional investors who hold the shares of SOFI are still growing, and this is a good sign. But you might ask me why in the world we have this quite harsh movement to the downside. And here is the reason. We are on the insider trading list, and we can see that for the last week we have 3 people from insiders who sold part of their shares. You can see that Webster Aaron, Burton Chad and Stafford Webb Lauren sold some of their shares, and definitely they still have plenty of shares left, but in general it is quite negative sign. And let me show you their occupations. Aaron Webster is the chief risk officer of SOFI. Chad M. Burton is the president of SOFI Bank, and Webb Lauren Stafford is chief marketing officer. And this selling of their shares definitely implies more bearish pressure on SOFI stock, but in general you have to look on the fundamental of this company. On top of that, don't forget about this huge buys that was made by Anthony Noto and his supporters, and he purchased a lot of shares back in May of this year. And this shows how confident Anthony Noto is, and this shows that SOFI as the company has a huge support from his CEO. On top of that, let me show you the real reason why this asset is going south. And before we dive deep into the technical analysis, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. So if you take a look right here, if you try to find global fintech ETF, you can see that it is also inconsistent downtrend. And SOFI is a fintech company, and it follows the total sentiment of the fintech market. And that is why it is not so impressive in terms of its price action. So, and let me show you what should we expect next. If you zoom in to this recent price action, you can see that we retested the upper border of this channel, and I have to say that this channel in general, descending channels are quite bullish, because in the majority of cases the price action breaks the upper border of this channel. It breaks the resistance to the upside, but also we have possibility to break it to the downside. And to be honest, guys, I think because of the total sentiment of the market, we might retest the lower border of this channel, and if it breaks, we definitely might see quite low price action and longer consolidation phase. That is why do not rely that it will be the next quite harsh movement to the downside. Potentially, we might have this type of price action. From this top, as you can see, we hit this level of about $7.11. Then we might have some kind of bounce to the upside and another leg to the downside. Probably even 2 legs to the downside, like this. And that is why just be cautious with any of your positions. If you like my video, just subscribe to my channel, and I will show you the next potential entry point with the quite high probability of success. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium impact. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no